Today I'm looking to change my chain on my chainsaw. It's got a little blunt, relatively inexpensive. Got the same brand for this Qualcast. It's called Oregon. So yeah, I've got lots of logs to cut, lots. So rather than dealing with a blunt chain, I thought I'd change it over. I know it's got this, helps sharpen it somewhat, but not enough. So I'm going to change over the chain today. So it goes without saying, make sure it's unplugged. Don't try and do this with a thing plugged in. So you start by turning this coloured knob all the way, and also the black outer ring. And this comes off straight away, so you can see that. Shows the inner workings, shows where the chain goes, just along the seam there. At this point, it's probably a good opportunity to clean the insides. It gets gumped up with oil and debris. So I'm going to remove this chain first of all. Just slips over. Maybe you should be wearing gloves. Just slips straight off the end, which is no problem. And then the chain holder blade, and I'm not quite sure what they're called, this protrusion, will also just come straight off, as you can see. So I was talking about the sharpener before. So when it's going, if you pull the lever, the chain spinning around at full speed, it sharpens the blade a little. Not sure if that's quite working, but this gives me an opportunity to clean the insides and probably top it up with oil in here as well. So here goes. Right, cleaned chainsaw, put oil in, clean this blade extension. All this gunk has come out. Now it's time for get the blade out. So the length of this chainsaw, not blade as I said, is 40 centimeters, 16 inches. Bought this one off Amazon for about £12, something like that. So here goes. So the chain needs to go in a specific way. At the moment you'll see these little bits, like a tooth. They need to be pointing to the left, the high bit, but the direction of travel is that way. And the little flat bit here needs to sit behind. Now you'll see these little eyes in, they sit in the groove to hold it in place. So that's now pointing in the right direction. Little tooth followed by the flat bit to go that way. On the blade side of this, it has this extension part that allows you to tighten the chain, but also means that it will be more difficult to get on. So one way to do it, make sure it's screwed all the way, so that hole there is as small as it can be. Reduce the size of the gap, and then pop that in there. Now I'm going to put this down, but I'm going to make sure that the chain goes on the right way. Okay, so the chain's on. I've tightened it. Somebody once told me is you should just have enough slack, but not too much. So just so you could lift it slightly, I think, so you can't get your finger on under. It needs a bit of room to move. So there we go, that's on, cleaned up. I'll put this casing back on, name so you can read it. That clips on there. There you go. Turn the red one to screw the casing on. There we go. So the casing is now firm, and I'll undo the black one a bit because I tightened it too much, and that allows for the tension of the chain itself. Right, oiled, new chain, cleaned on the inside, gunk removed, time for our first cut. So this is the wood I need to cut, and it's been raining heavily, so I need to get it chopped, stacked and dried. Probably take a good 18 months, I guess. This is oak, also got some cherry as well, and this is only half of what was dropped off, so here goes, new chainsaw. Bonnie, what do you reckon? So under here I've got another load of so yeah, got a bit to do, got some long cherry ones laying around as well, but yeah, I want to get it cut. Okay, the pile of logs that was under the top has now been cut. Ran out of time. Ideally would have split them and stacked them, but at least that's a good start.